Hi everyone, and welcome to my Superliminal Glitchless speedrun tutorial. I'm Samwise, and today we'll be going over the level Optical. Whether you're just aiming for the sub 30 achievement, or trying to get involved with speedrunning, this guide will show you tips and tricks to help you get started. Optical is the second level of Superliminal, and has the first instance of a technique called box jumping in the speedrun. So I'll spend some time talking about that at the timestamp marked in the description. Otherwise, I'll be talking as I go. Now Optical is the first of many levels that start in this room, in this position, facing this direction. This means that you can start making progress before you even see the room. Listen for the alarm clock and then practice moving backwards and then to the right to optimize the start. Once you can see your surroundings, then you can turn and then go back to moving forwards. I personally like to hold back through the loading screens and then start moving right after the first beep ends, which makes it pretty consistent. Now as I did in induction, notice how I'm walking almost directly towards the corners of each wall while leaving space for the width of the character. Then I turn using my camera movement. This is the most efficient way to move through the game, and you should get used to doing this. For this part, I'm going to use the exit sign to the right and resize it as I walk, placing it at an angle to form a thin ramp. Make sure to jump to the left of that post so you don't get tripped up on the pallet below. For these boxes, I use a long jump to get up to the top, but there are other ways to get there more efficiently, and just see what works for you. Here I'm aiming for the third chair, and when I feel the acceleration of getting the box in place, that's when I turn around. I resize as I move just to make it a little easier to get through that door, and now it's time for box jumps. To jump resize, all I do is jump, click, click, which allows me to make the box bigger while staying on top of it. Just jump, click, and click. And once you get good enough, this box jump in Optical only takes one resize. I encourage you to spend some time here like I did, just practicing until you feel comfortable with it in an actual run. Now that we're up here, we're going to get this door in place and drop it right above where we grab it. Once we pick it up a short distance away, then we can place it on these stairs to make a ramp. If you watch for the shadows change on the PC version, then you'll know exactly when to drop. Here we're moving to the right of the trash can to get this box in place, and we drop at that railing to make it the perfect size and location to get up on top. I dropped that queen above me because that will allow me to keep moving forwards in a direct line. Placing it to the side isn't that much of a time loss, but it's a good habit to always drop directly above you. Here it's a pretty straightforward walk, and we just aim for the left side. Now finally for the moon, we're going to aim under this lamp, grab the moon and rotate it so it's easier to grab that door, and then use the lamp to resize. Here you're going to see that I actually am the perfect size that I squeeze through these doors, which is optimal because I'm big enough that I walk through the hallway quickly, yet I still fit through the doors. I'd warn against jumping through that portal while it's diagonal or while it's still falling, because you may end up soft locking in the case that you're too tall for the other doors. Now that we're through Optical, I'll see you next time in Cubism.